Hello there, this is Teacher Karen again. So, ang lesson natin ngayon is all about properties of operation on integers. Okay, we have 7 properties of operation on integers. Number 1 is closure property. 2 integers that are added or multiplied remain as integers. The set of integers is closed under addition and multiplication. The second one is commutative property. Changing the order of 2 numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. The third one is associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. The fourth one is distributive property. When 2 numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is being multiplied by the factor and the products are then added or subtracted. The fifth one is identity property, additive identity and multiplicative identity. Additive identity states that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number. Multiplicative identity states that the product of any number and 1 is the given number. The sixth one is inverse property. Inverse property, the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. The product of any number and its multiplicative inverse or reciprocal is 1. Then the zero property, the last one. The sum of any number and 0 is given number. The product of any number and 0 is 0. The first one is closure property. 2 integers that are added or multiplied remain as integers. The set of integers is closed under addition and multiplication. So in addition, if A and B are 2 integers, then A plus B is also an integer. For example, 11 plus 5 is equal to 16. Negative 4 plus 7 is equal to 3. Then, in multiplication, if A and B are 2 integers, then A times B is also an integer. Example, 11 times 5 is equal to 55. Negative 4 times 8 is equal to negative 32. The second one is commutative property. Changing the order of 2 numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. In addition, for any integers A and B, A plus B is equal to B plus A. So meaning, pinagpalit lang sila ng lugar o ng posisyon. A plus B is equal to B plus A. So nag-switch lang sila ng place. For example, 16 plus negative 9 equal to negative 9 plus 16. So, nag-switch lang sila ng place, but still, they have the same answer. 16 plus negative 9 is equal to 7. Then, negative 9 plus 16 is equal also to 7. That is commutative property na kahit magpalit ng posisyon, ay the same pa rin ang result. Next, negative 4 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus negative 4. So, nag-switch ulit yung ng posisyon si A at saka si B. Ito A plus B, then B plus A. But still, they have the same answer. Negative 4 plus 7 is equal to 3. Then 7 plus negative 4 is equal also to 3. So, it does not change the value. In multiplication, for any integers A and B, A times B is equal to B times A. For example, 6 times 4 is equal to 4 times 6. So, nag-switch lang sila si A times B is equal to B times 6. But still, they have the same answer. 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Then 4 times 6 is also 24. So they have the same answer. Negative 4 times 8 is equal to 8 times negative 4. So nag-switch lang din sila ng place. And then if we multiply them, they have the same result. Negative 4 times positive 8 is equal to negative 32. Then 8 times negative 4, that is also negative 32. They have the same result. Number 3, associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. In addition, for any integers a and b, a plus b plus c. So kung makikita ninyo dito, sa first natin, ang magkagrupo ay si b and c. And then after the equal sign, ang magkagrupo naman ay si a plus b. So nag-change lang ng group. Tingnan natin kung they are still equal or does not change its value. For example, 14 plus, and then quantity of 6 plus 9 is equal to quantity 14 plus 6 plus 9. So let us see. 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. So 14 plus 15. 14 plus 6 is equal to 20. So that 20 plus 9. 14 plus 15 is equal to 29. Then 20 plus 9 is also 29. So they are equal. It does not change its value. Even they change the groupings of numbers. Next, in multiplication, for any integers a and b, a times quantity of b times c is equal to quantity of a times b times c. Let us see. Quantity of 6 times 2 times 5 is equal to 6 times quantity of 2 times 5. 6 times 2 is equal to 12 times 5 is equal to 6. Then 2 times 5 is equal to 10. 12 times 5 is equal to 60. Then 6 times 10 is also 60. So they have the same value. It does not change its value. Even they are changing the grouping of numbers. Number 4, distributive property. In addition, for any integers a, b, and c, a times quantity b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. For example, 7 times quantity 4 plus 9 is equal to 7 times 4 plus 7 times 5. Meaning, we distribute 7 to 4 and also 7 to 5. So 7 times 4, then 7 times 5. And then we added. Let us see. 7, 4 plus 9, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, then 7 times 9. Then 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 9 is equal to 63. 28 plus 35 is also 63. So even they are distributed, but they have also the same answer. In subtraction, we have for any integers a, b, and c, a times quantity b minus c is equal to ab minus ac. So, example, 6 times quantity of a minus 5 is equal to 6 times 8 minus 6 times 5. So, we distribute 6 to 8. And then we distribute also 6 to 5. So 6, then 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So 6 times 3. Then 6 times 8 is 48. Then 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18. 48 minus 30 is also 18. So they have equal result or answer. The fifth one is identity property. In addition, for any integers a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. So meaning, kahit napagpalitin sila ng posisyon, basta 0 yung i-add sa isang number or integers, the same or the given numbers, still the result or the answer. So example, 15 plus 8 or equal to 0 plus 15. So, nagpalit lang sila ng posisyon, but still, they have the same answer. 15 plus 0 is equal to 15, then 0 plus 15 is also 15. In multiplication, we have a times 1 is equal to 1 times a is equal to a. So, a given number pa rin ang magiging sagot. Any number na minumultiply sa 1 is equal to a given number. For example, 15 times 1 is equal to 1 times 15 is also 15. 15 times 1 is 15. Then 1 times 15 is 15. Next, inverse property. In addition, for any integers a, there is a unique number as negative a such that a plus negative a, yung opposite niya, basta pinag-plus yung positive, then negative or negative plus positive is equal to 0. For example, 10 plus negative 10, so positive 10 is the opposite of negative 10. If we added, it is equal to 0. In multiplication, for any integers a, there is a unique number, 1 over a, such that a times the reciprocal of 1 over a is equal to 1 over a times a. So, nagpalit lang, parang commutative property. But still, the answer is equal to 1. For example, 15 times the reciprocal of 15 is 1 over 15 is equal to 1 over 15 times 15. So, 1 times 15 is 15. 15 times 1 is also 15. So, 15 divided by 15 is equal to 1. The last one is zero property. In addition, for any integers a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. For example, 10 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 10 is equal to 10. Meaning, any number na i-add natin ng 0, still the given number. Negative 5 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 5. And then 1,104 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 100. 1,104 is equal to 1,104. And then in multiplication, we have 15 times 0 is equal to 0 times 15 is equal to 0. So, any number na minumultiply sa 0 is still 0. Negative 9 times 0 or is equal to 0 times negative 9 is equal to 0. 1,212 is times 0 is equal to 0 times 1,212 is still 0. Okay, for example, identify the property that justify each statement. So, letter A, 15 plus negative 8 is equal to negative 8 plus 15. Kung mapapansin nyo, nagpalit lang sila ng posisyon. So, anong property ngayon ang ina-apply dito? So, that is commutative property. Basta posisyon yung pinagpalit, that is commutative property of addition. Pag-addition. Okay. Next, 5 plus negative 5 is equal to 0. So, we apply inverse property of addition. So, inad siya sa opposite niya. Kung positive, ang i-add sa kanya negative para mag-equal siya ng 0. And then, 18 times 0 is equal to 0. We apply zero property of multiplication. Then, 18 times quantity 2 times 6, then is equal to 18, quantity of 18 times 2 times 6. So, nag-iba sila ng group. Pag group yung pinagpalit, that is associative. Pero kapag position lang, pinagpalit, that is commutative property. Matatawag mo siyang addition kapag plus yung ginamit or addition. And then matatawag mo siyang multiplication kapag multiplication ang naka-imply sa operation. Next, 4 times 5, quantity 5 minus 8 is equal to 20 minus 32. So, ito ang ina-apply naman dito ay distributive property. Kasi 4 times 5 is equal to 20, then 4 times 8 is equal to 32. Next example, rewrite the given expression using the indicated property. So sa A, 18 plus negative 7. So gagawin natin siyang commutative property. Pag sinabing commutative property, magpapalit lang sila ng posisyon. So ang magiging sagot dyan, 18 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 7 plus 18. So nagpalit lang sila ng posisyon. Next, pag sinabi namang associative property, magpapalit lang sila ng group. So ang magiging sagot dyan is 4 times, quantity 8 times 5 is equal to 4 times 8, quantity 4 times 8 times 5. So, nagpalit lang sila ng group. Yung una, si 8 tsaka si 5 yung magkagrupo, then yung kasunod niya, si 4 tsaka si 8 naman ang magkagrupo. Pag groupings yung pinagpapalit, that is associative. Pero pag nagpalit lang ng posisyon, that is commutative property. Next, gagawin daw itong distributive property. So, i-distribute natin si 2 by 16 and then i-distribute natin si 2 by 4. So, ang magiging result niyan ay 2 times 16 minus 2 times 4. So, that is distributive property. Another example, use associative property to evaluate each. Look for the sums of 0 or 10 or products of 10 or 100. Okay, 41 plus 77 plus 23 plus 58 plus 42. Pag sinabing associative property, yan yung ginugrupo-grupo. So, hanapin daw natin na kapag pinagsama mo ay mag-equal ng 10 or 100. So, ito yung magkasama. 58 tsaka 42, that is 100. Then 77 plus 23, that is also 100. So, dalawa ni 100 natin. Automatic, that is 200. Plus 41, so the answer is 241. Next, 85 plus negative 28 plus 28 plus 16 plus negative 16 plus 12. So, dito, si negative 28 plus 28, that is 0. 16 plus negative 16, that is also 0. So, dalawang 0 na yan. Wala na yan. So, ang i-add natin ay si 85 at 12. So, 85 plus 12, that is 97. So, pinagrupo natin to, naging 0. Si 16 plus negative 16 is also 0. So, ang natira si 85 tsaka si 12. So, 85 plus 12, that is 97. Hindi mo na kailangang i-add pa lahat yan para malaman mo lang yung final answer. Next, 48 times 5 times 20. So, i-multiply natin itong dalawa, si 48 times 5, or i-regroup natin siya kasi nga associative property yung nangyari. So, ito, unang magkagrupo, susunod si 5 at si 20. So, pag pinagsama silang dalawa, that is 100. So, 48 times 100, mas madali na siyang bilangin. So, the answer is 4,800. That's one of the techniques para mas mabilis ang pagbibilang o pag-add or pag-multiply. Next, example, use commutative property. Pag sinabing commutative property, nagpalit sila ng posisyon. Yung associative, grupo. Ito naman, posisyon. To make it possible to solve the problems mentally. So, 45 plus 32 plus 55. So, mas madaling pagsamahin si 45 at si 55. Magiging 100 plus 32. So, the final answer is 132. So, si 45 at si 55 pinagsama is equivalent to 100. Then plus 32, that is 132. Next, 25 times 18 times 4. So, ang solution dyan, pag pinag-multiply si 25 at si 4, magiging 100 times 18. So, 100 times 18, mas madali na siyang bilangin. So, magiging 1,800. Next, 67 plus 59 plus 33. Pag pinagsama mo si 67 at si 33, magiging 100 plus 59. So, ang total niya is 159. Next, example. Doon ginagamit yung property. Lalo na pagkasali kayo sa mga contest, mas madali siya mabilang kaysa i-add mo pa siya isa-isa or i-multiply mo pa isa-isa. Next, use distributive property to find each product mentally. So, 9 times 23. So, meaning, pag ginamitan mo ng distributive property yan, 9 times 20 plus 3. Okay. So, 20 plus 3 is 23, di ba? So, ito, imumultiply mo siya. 9 times 20 is 180. 9 times 3 is 27. So, 180 plus 27 is equivalent to 207. Mas mabilis na siyang i-compute. Next, 8 times 105. So, ihiwalay natin to. Gagawin natin 8 times 100 plus 5. So, 8 times 100 is 800. 8 times 5 is 40. So, pag pinag-add mo sila, that will be 840. So, mas mabilis siyang bilangin. 5 times 97. So, since 97 hindi buo, so ang gagawin mo siyang subtraction. 100 minus 3 is equal to 97, di ba? Kailangan kasi yung may 0 para mas madali siyang bilangin. So, 5 times 100 is 500. Minus 5 times 15 is 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So, 500 minus 15, the answer is 485. Meaning, 5 times 97 is equal to 485. Doon ginagamit yung mga properties para maging technique siya, para mas mabilis magbilang. Another activity. Who am I? Name the property illustrated in each of the following. So, tingnan natin kung anong property ang naka-illustrate dito. So, 4 plus 9 is equal to 9 plus 4. So, nagpalit lang sila ng posisyon. So, ang tawag dyan ay commutative property of addition kasi addition yung ginamit na operation. Next, number 2, 6 times 3 is equal to 18. So, 18 is an integer. So, meaning that is closure property of multiplication kasi multiplication yung operation. Next, number 3. 0 plus 7 is equal to 7. That is identity property of addition. Next, 8 plus negative 8 is equal to 0. So, inad siya sa opposite niya, then nag-equal siya ng 0. That is inverse property of addition. Kasi inad siya sa opposite niya, and then nag-equal ng 0. So, that is inverse property of addition. Next, 2 times quantity of 9 plus 4 is equal to 18 plus 8. So, dito, ang property na ini-illustrate dito ay distributive property. Kasi, 2 times 9 is equal to 18, then 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So, dinistribute si 2 kay 9, dinistribute si 2 kay 4. Next, 1 times 8 is equal to 8 times 1. So, nagpalit-ulit ng posisyon, that is commutative property of multiplication. Next, 4 plus 7 plus 1 is equal to 4 plus 1 plus 7. So, kung mapapansin nyo, nagpalit lang sila ng posisyon, hindi ng grupo. So, ibig sabihin, ang ginamit dyan ay commutative property of addition. Next, 15 times 2, quantity 2 times 3 is equal to 2 times 3 times 15. So, meaning, nagpalit lang din sila ng position, pero yun pa rin yung grupo. So, that is commutative property of multiplication. Next, 6 plus quantity 2 plus 5, then 6 plus quantity 6 plus 2 plus 5. So, nagpalit sila ng grupo, meaning that is associative property of addition. Then, 4 times 1/4 is equal to 1. So, that is multiplicative inverse property or inverse property of multiplication. So, multiply siya sa reciprocal niya. Tapos, nag-equal siya sa 1, that is inverse property. Next, activity number 2. Complete me. Complete of the following using the indicated property. So, 1 over 9 times blank is equal to 1. So, ano yung dapat na number na nandito para maging multiplicative inverse? So, ang number na dapat ay nasa blank ay 9. So, 1 over 9 times 9 is equal to 1. Next, negative 10 times blank is equal to negative 10. So, that is identity property. So, ano yung dapat i-multiply kay negative 10 para mag-still negative 10? So, that is 1. Number 3, 8 times quantity 4 times 7 is equal to blank times 8. So, meaning, ano yung nandito? So that is 4 times 7. Sa commutative property, meaning hindi yung grupo yung ipagpapalit, yung position lang. So yung 8 nasa unahan dito, pagdating dito, siya yung nasa ulihan. Next, number 4, 6. Quantity 8 plus 9 is equal to 6 times 8 plus 6 times what number para maging distributive property? So ang kulang dyan ay 9. 6 times 8 plus 6 times 9. Next, number 5. 18 plus 7, quantity 18 plus 7 plus 15 is equal to 18 plus quantity blank plus 15. Ano ngayon itong nasa tabi ni 15 para maging associative property siya? So that is 7. So nagpalit sila ng grupo. That is associative property of addition. Next. Okay, activity number 3. Express yourself. Rewrite the given expression using the indicated property. So, gagawin natin tong commutative property. Meaning, pagpapalitin natin ng posisyon. So, ang magiging sagot niyan ay 16 plus 25. Another one, gagawin natin siyang associative property. Meaning, i-regroup natin o i-change natin yung group. Kung si 23 times 5 yung 23 tsaka si 5 yung magkagrupo, sa susunod, ang gagawin naman natin magkagrupo ay si 5 and 12. So, the answer is 23 times quantity 5 times 12. Next, gagawin natin siyang distributive property. So, 9 times 11 plus 9 times 12. So, ang mangyayari, si 9 times quantity 11 plus 12. This time, inverse property. So, meaning, pag pinag-add natin itong dalawang magka-opposite, pareho ng integers pero opposite sila, isang positive, isang negative, the answer will be 0. Then 5, gagawin natin siyang identity property. So 1 times negative 34, the answer is negative 34. Okay, number 4, make it easy. Shortcut to find the sum or product. So sa number 1, hahanap tayo na pag pinag-add natin o gagamit tayo ng commutative property na pag pinagpapalitin natin ng posisyon para pag pinag-add natin, mag-equal siya ng 100. So, 64 plus 36 is equal to 100. Then, 57 and 43 is also 100. So, we have 200 plus 85. So, the final answer is 285. And number 2, we will use inverse or identity property or inverse property. 105 plus negative 105 is equal to 0. So, ang i-add na lang natin is 188 tsaka si 112. So, gumagamit din tayo ng commutative property kasi magpapalit sila ng posisyon. So, the answer is 188 plus 112 is 300. Number 3. Dito, commutative property din yung gagamitin natin kasi magpapalit ng posisyon si 48 tsaka si 4. So, 25 times 4 is 100 times 48, that is 4,800. Next. So, this time, 20 times 15 times negative 5 times 1 over 15. So, may reciprocal. So, ang property na magagamit natin dito ay multiplicative inverse. So, yung inverse property ang gagamitin natin. So, 15 times 1 over 15, that is 1, times negative 5, that is negative 5, times 20, that is negative 100. And 15 times 102. So, gagamitin naman natin dito ay distributive property. So, 15 times 100, that is 1,500. Then, 15 times 2, that is 30. So, the final answer is 1,530. Okay, so we will recall closure property. A plus B is also an integer, then A times B is also an integer. Number 2, commutative property. A times B is equal to B times A. Then A plus B is equal to B plus A. And then number 3, associative property. A plus quantity B plus C is equal to quantity A plus B plus C. A times quantity B times C is equal to A times quantity A times B times C. So, dito sa closure, ito yung normal na ginagamit natin. Integer yung magiging result. Sa commutative property naman, nagpalit sila ng posisyon. Pero dito, nag-regroup. Nag-change sila ng group. Pagdating sa number 4, we will distribute even in addition or subtraction. So, A times B is equal to AB, then A times C is equal to AC. So, A dinistribute kay B, si A dinistribute kay C. Then, dito ganun din yung sa subtraction. A distributed to B, then A distributed to C. So, kung addition, i-add natin. And then, kapag subtraction, i-minus natin. Or subtract. Identity property. So, dito, pag sinabing identity property, kapag addition, lahat ng integer or number na i-add sa 0 is equal to the given number. Sa multiplication naman, kapag lahat naman ng number na i-multiply sa 1, still, the result is the given number. That is identity property. The next one is inverse property. Yung i-add mo sa opposite or i-multiply mo sa opposite or reciprocal mo. Pag addition, ang additive inverse niya ay 0. Sa multiplication naman, ang multiplicative inverse niya ay 1. So, A plus negative or negative plus positive is equal to 0. And then yung A times the reciprocal of a given number, then we multiply it, magre-result siya ng 1. And the last one is zero property. A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A is equal to the given number. And then A times 0 is equal to 0 times A is equal to 0. That is zero property. That's the 7 properties of operation on integers. So, see you again next time. God bless you and thank you. This is Teacher Karen saying goodbye and see you again.